we are getting very close to watching Venom Let There Be Carnage. At least most of us. Unfortunately, it looks like the delays are starting to happen in international markets. Some of them are pretty horrendous. Which also brings us to the official runtime of the film that has been confirmed. No, it's not 90 minutes, but it also is 90 minutes. We'll talk about that. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the runtime of Venom Let There Be Carnage. The first good news is the film is not 90 minutes long, or an hour and a half as previously reported. The bad news is it's 90 minutes, or an hour and a half as people previously reported. Here's the difference. When people said it's 90 minutes, they meant the entire runtime of the film, from start to finish without the credits. As we found out, the actual complete runtime of the film with the credits is 1 hour and 37 minutes, meaning that there is 7 minutes worth of credits. So that's the complete runtime of the track or what has been sent to theaters, meaning that technically, yes, the film is not an hour and 30 minutes because that would have made the film an hour and 23 minutes with the credits then making it 1:30. So, semantics and get that out of the way, but yeah, for all intents and purposes, the film is an hour and 30 minutes, which they responded to by saying, look, this thing moves fast. We wanted it to get straight to the action and be a thrill ride, which, cool. That's exactly what I wanted out of a film featuring Venom and Carnage. So if anybody comes at you saying that's a bad idea, I don't know what to tell you. It's Venom versus Carnage. You weren't going to get 3 hours of Martin Scorsese dialogue-driven sitting around, okay? It's not going to happen. This is another one of those copy and paste films after all, so what were you expecting? Okay, now let's talk about the bad news, the real bad news. Japan. They're one of the big international locations. The film is not coming out for at least 2 months after release in the United States, meaning very early December is the current plan. It could also get bumped back even further. And we're starting to see this type of messaging where the advertising for it in some international locations and saying later this year or this fall or coming soon still, meaning that they're still trying to figure out some locations where the film is going to release that they haven't nailed down officially. And again, this is problematic because we're going to be getting the film on October 1st. Some people might not be getting it till December, January, or even February in some cases. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach the marketing, considering that everything will be known about the film really soon, and this is Sony. They're going to toss it into the commercial like a week after the film is out. So this is an interesting balancing act, but again, at least they're aiming to get the film out there for everybody rapidly, all things considered. And if you guys remember, there's sometimes, even recently, before everything happened, where a film would come out in Japan like 6 months after the United States. And it was like, what is this? Why? It's just kind of where we're at. And now it's getting somewhat harder to release films internationally.